It's time to mind your business with me, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in to find out how to mind your business with BEDC, special guest entrepreneurs, industry experts, and more. Brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda business starts here. Welcome to Mind Your Business. So I'm your host, Jamillah Lodge, and I am very pleased to invite you, Yinka Bartley, owner of Yunique Nails and Body. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You are so welcome. So we're going to start off by talking about you a little bit. So just tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey, and then we'll get into the business.
Okay, so I am actually a certified nail technician.
Okay.
I've been doing nails for over 30 years. When I was in high school, I just always loved nails. So I would take my allowance and go to the pharmacy and buy the little kiss sets and sit there and practice on myself. In 1997, I felt like I wanted to be certified. Even though we technically didn't need certification in Bermuda, I wanted to know more about it because there's more than just having a pretty nail.
Right.
There's the anatomy and physiology and different things behind it. And that's been my journey as far as the nails part of it go. I've always been a very creative person, hence having the name Yunique. Yeah. I paint, I do invitations, favors. I just have a broad umbrella of things that I do, all self-taught. I was going to go to design school at Art Institute of Atlanta.
Okay.
With some things happening in life, I just couldn't end up going.
Okay.
But when they saw my portfolio, they was like, you did this. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, well, they're just learning this in school now. So again, just all self-taught, just
you could have been teaching them. You didn't need to go. You already knew how to do it.
17.
But that's cool. I mean, you just have this natural gift, it seems like, and that you've been able to turn those natural gifts into a way for you to start a business.
Yes.
Right? And so all of those components, I guess, go into like making beautiful nails and doing nails. You can do the art and all of that as well. So the name is Yunique Nails and Body.
Yes.
So talk to me about the body part.
So in 2019, I had introduced a scrub to my clients' service as they go to wash. It was just pretty much just a, hey, little treat when they go wash their hands. And a client was like, do you have this? I'm like, no, it's just for you guys. She's like, well, can you put some in a sandwich bag for me? And it went from me giving a client a sample in a sandwich bag to here we are now. It's literally scrubbed its way into business.
I love that.
Yeah.
I like that because sometimes people will say, oh, I want to start a skincare line or whatever the case may be. But have you established demand for it, right? And It sounds like that yours was established organically, right?
Yes.
You did it for your clients as an additional value-added service. And they were like, I will pay for this if you sell it.
Correct.
Right. And so the scrub. And so you have all different types of products. Talk to me a little bit about that.
So that Christmas 2019, it got into several hands. Can I have some? Can I have some for gifts? So I sold all these scrubs in 2019, never knowing that it was gonna be what it was.
Right.
So a gentleman that had a barbershop is like, can I get a moisturizer? And I said, I'm not doing moisturizers. I'm just doing the scrubs. It's like, well, I would like to have a moisturizer. I'm like, well, I would need to do some research on that. And that's not something that I'm doing right now.
Right.
So as time went by and this man's name and thoughts and everything stuck in my head, and I'm sitting there doing research on different oils, the benefits and things like that. So I want to say maybe a year later, I came up with the body oil.
Okay.
Let me take it back for a minute. I have always had the cuticle oil. I think I did my first market in 2017 with Room.
Yes.
And I was just there with cuticle oil. That was it because I was just nails.
Yeah.
Right? So moving forward, when this gentleman's asked for the body oil, I'm going to create this body oil. So now can we have a body butter? I'm like, no, guys, I just want to do this.
So all the things.
I did. Everything that I have now is by request.
Okay.
Yeah, I never envisioned that I would be as far and or have as many things that I have, and everything was pretty much request. Some things I did decline because I'm like, it's the market's saturated and there's enough for everybody to do something.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So it sounds to me like when product development has been like people saying, well, when are we going to get this?
Yes.
And when okay, so let's give me a kind of a list of the products that you have.
Okay.
Now.
So I have a sugar scrub.
Okay.
I have a body oil. I have a body souffle. I call it a souffle because it's very light and whipped. It's not thick and heavy like other butters, so I don't call it a butter. It's a souffle.
Okay.
I have a cuticle oil. I have fragrance roller oil. Lip gloss. And I feel like men's beard oil.
Oh, okay.
Men's beard oil has been very popular.
Yeah, especially guys are now, everybody got a beard.
Yes.
Now. Like after COVID, I'm like, what is going on?
Yes.
But that's great. And do you have any plans to introduce any new products? Any other additional products?
Currently, no.
No. But somebody's going to ask.
Yes.
And then depending on how many people ask, I guess you'll be like, maybe I should.
Yeah.
So you talked about your love of nails and all that early on. What kind of made you want to get certified? And like, has that self-care space been kind of important to you all of your life?
Yes.
Okay.
So wanting to be certified was just wanting to know every aspect of the nail. Again, not just having a pretty nail. Because like I said, there's more to the application, the manicuring. So we can't just go from, okay, we're putting on acrylics to, we need to understand why we're manicuring and things like that. Yeah.
Okay. And where did you get your certification?
At Caliber Training Institute in New York.
Okay. Nice. Nice. And like you said, I think that speaks volumes about you because in Bermuda, there's no requirement. I don't even think now there's a requirement to be certified.
Yeah.
So understanding that, or your clients, whether they know or not, that you have that additional certification, which means that not only you can make their nails look good, but you can care for them as well.
Correct.
I think that's pretty cool. So in terms of nails, to me, that's like a service, right? And so that's a little different than having products.
Correct.
So what was the process like for you to make the switch?
So I can't even say I actually made the switch because I'm doing the two.
Okay.
So the only switch would be I jump from doing nails. Once I'm finished doing nails, I get up and I'm dealing with my product. So yes, I have some long days and nights. Long days and nights.
So for you, have you recognized over the years that one is doing more or better than the other?
I can honestly say I have been doing less of the nails, and it's not intentional. It's just that my focus has been pulled towards the products,
right?
Because I actually design, print, and label everything myself, as well as making everything myself. So I'm actually very, very busy.
Yes. Girl, it sounds like you need some staff.
Yes.
It's wonderful that they're handcrafted. You could tell, the smells and the scents and all of that. But again, it's like, it's only 24 hours in a day.
Exactly.
And
I still work full time. I work 9 to 5.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Well, when you doing the nails? And when you making the product?
When you a little sleeping.
Girl. And you still looking good. I'm like, I can't because what? Okay, so now I want to ask you about what the future looks like for Yunique Nails and Body. Like, do you have any plans to do this full time?
Question that I've been asked multiple times this year.
Yeah.
I can't say yes right now. I think maybe because I'm a little nervous of taking that leap of faith and knowing that I'm going to put everything into this.
Yeah.
I like security.
Yeah, I understand.
So I can't say yes right now. But outside of just Yunique Nails and Body, I used to call myself Yunique Creations because outside of that, I have always done gift sets and favors, scavenger hunts. I'm just an umbrella of things.
Right.
So I've been encouraged to drop Nails and Body to Yunique.
Yeah, I think it's perfect because, like you said, you do all the things, but it's still unique. It's still a part of you, right? And so doing that allows people to, you don't have to change the whole thing. Like, you don't want unique nails and body, unique creations, unique, you know, you could just say unique and everything falls under that umbrella because you're doing all the things, right? So, okay, I understand the fear, right? I understand that can be scary because entrepreneurship is risk taking, right? Going out on a limb and saying, okay, I'm not relying on any, you know, steady income or salary because I got to go out and do all of these things myself. Sure. I don't know how you're doing it now. Like, I'm literally trying to figure out where the extra hours are coming from because you're not just doing the product, you're also doing the nails and you have the 9 to 5 and you're making baskets. Like, that's a lot, Yinka.
Yep. It is.
So, okay, have you given some consideration for a plan for expansion? Because going fully into your business is scary, but I do think that it's possible if you like plan it out and say, okay, I need to do this amount by this to know that, okay, this is consistent and that sort of thing. Have you given any of that a thought?
Yes, as well as storage.
Okay.
So the two will need to go hand in hand, and hopefully wherever I have my storage, the facility can be somewhere where I can do everything there, not just house the goods.
Okay.
So, yes.
All right. And that is a huge deal in Bermuda because, like, where you going to get storage space? Like, that is so hard to find in Bermuda. Talk to me a little bit about your products and the ingredients and things like that you use and why you made the choice to use natural ingredients and that sort of thing.
So my oils are made with, my body oil is made with 4 ingredients. We have jojoba oil, grapeseed, sunflower, and avocado.
Okay.
Each oil either serves as a healing agent, a growing agent, moisturizer. They all have different things that they do. So the combination of the 4 just makes a nice moisturizer, healing agent, and those type of things. That's why I choose this. Okay. Yes.
And what about the scents?
So the scents, I'm pretty much the type of person, I'm going to make something that I know that I'm going to use.
Yeah.
So selecting my scents is based off of not just me liking it, but thinking that other people will like it as well. I have one particular scent called papaya that has been my number 1 seller since day one. Okay. That's something that will never go out of stock. It's just a refreshing smell. It's an everyday smell.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So do you get your clients or the public or your friends involved in selecting new scents?
Yes and no. I actually, before I introduce several things, I would give it to friends or family first. Say, hey, try this out and let me know your thoughts. Actually, before I introduced any of the stuff, the oils especially and the souffle, I had given it to people to try first. Yeah.
And so that feedback, have you ever been in a situation where you made it, you let them try, and you gotten feedback that made you know you have to tweak it? Or was everything you made just spot on? People like, yep. Keep it just like that.
Yes. Spot on one time. I think I done my own little tweaks with texture.
Okay.
But for them, it was great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Look, it sounds to me like you know what people want. You have that gift. You know what I mean? It sounds like it because a lot of times you think it, you know, it may be great, and then you let somebody, and they're like, not so much. But it doesn't sound to me like you've had that experience.
Yeah, the only thing I will say as far as scents go, I'm not a vanilla girl.
Okay.
And so people's asking, do you have one vanilla sugar? Do you have this? Or do you have that? I'm like, you guys really want vanilla? So I had to expand to vanilla, and right now I have, I think, about 5 different types of vanilla.
Yeah, because people love vanilla.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'd be reading up on scents and stuff when you try to figure out what perfumes to buy, and that's always one. They're like vanilla. Yes. And I'm like you, I don't too much like vanilla.
Yeah.
But it is popular. People like it. So that's good to know that you know, you listen, you're like, I don't like it, but if you want it, I'm gonna get it. Because from a business perspective, you know, you gotta earn the money, you gotta give the people what they want.
Yep.
So let's talk a little bit about the Vendor Academy. So you were part of the first annual one that we ever had.
Yes.
Now, you've been vending for some time, so what made you decide to apply to the academy?
Because even though I have been vending for a while, I still felt like there are some things that I still needed confidence in and needed to know. I've been sitting on doing so many things, and getting into the academy made me level up quickly.
Okay.
It made me level up real fast. As far as my setup, I was always very unsure if my setup looked approachable.
Right.
Sometimes I felt like it was too much because I had so much stuff. I'm like, is this too much? Do people want to come over here and look at this junk?
Right.
Because that's what sometimes I felt like it looked junky. The financial side of things, also knowing that your price is your price. Because you would have people be like, well, that's too much or this and that. So, yeah.
Buy the little one then.
Yeah.
You know.
So just knowing that and being secure in what I was doing, the Vendor Academy helped me.
To kind of validate that you were on the right track. That's good. Yeah. So what would you say is one of the biggest lessons that you learned through that experience?
My setup and the financial side of things.
Okay. Yes. Right. So you, in that, in the course, you were able to tweak what it looked like. So was it too much stuff?
It wasn't too much stuff. It just needed to be elevated, laid out differently.
Got you. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's helpful information. Because sometimes you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
What was it like having the other participants in the program? Because I think it was like 10 or 11 of you, right?
Yes.
What was it like interacting with the other?
It was awesome. It was awesome. They were all great. Their businesses were all awesome. There was a good group of people. Yeah. And actually, I'm hoping for Christmas to collaborate with one of the girls to do my packaging for my Christmas sets.
Oh, nice.
So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's what I love to hear, because part of the reason why we do like these academies and incubators is a lot of times entrepreneurs feel like they're by themselves. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I know you're up at night, you're putting together products, you're doing nails, you got the 9 to 5. And so it's like, when do you actually get a chance to take a step back, like from doing the business and actually talk about how you can expand it or develop it more, right? Yes. And so sometimes these programs allow you to do that. You're forced to do it.
Exactly. Right? Exactly. So I had to cut off every Tuesday for the last 7 weeks and commit. And I did that. Yes.
Good. And I hope you are reaping the benefits from having to do that.
I am.
So when you did the market, the Love Local Market, which was like the culmination of everything that you had learned, what was that experience like for you?
It was pretty cool because I mean, outside of just looking at my setup, I'm just like, oh, look at my setup.
Yeah.
And it felt very much so like a vendor in the U.S. Mm-hmm. It was a little different than what I normally done, and that was the first time it was displayed. So it was nice.
Good. It's nice to be able to take the time to step back and see like the fruits of your labor and say, okay, I learned this and this is what it looks like in practice.
Yes.
That's great. So what would you like to see for Yunique, right? Because that's a new name.
Yes.
What do you want to see in the future? What are your future plans for the business?
Next step definitely will be purchasing a van. Okay. Because my little Picanto can't carry everything, especially if the expansion of my nail bar, my oil bar, my oil bar, mm-hmm. Getting a bar built mm-hmm. to showcase that to go on brand.
Yeah.
So everything, like I said, everything just can't fit in my car. So the next step would be getting transportation.
Okay. Now talk to me about the oil bar.
So the oil bar was created from a friend requesting something for a baby shower. Mm-hmm. And she asked me, can you do XYZ? This is what I want for a baby shower. I said, okay. I got it designed, mm-hmm. set up, and here we are today, a year later.
Okay, so tell me, for those who don't know, what it is exactly.
So when people see it, they're thinking that they're coming for alcohol.
Yes.
So it's dispensers just like you're going to a bar, mm-hmm. but instead it's oils.
Okay.
So people can come, and if they want, they can mix the body oils, or they can just get that one particular one instead of having the oils that are already prepackaged. They can pump their own. Just have a little interaction
I love it.
with the customer. Yeah.
I love it. I love it because again, it's not just about buying the oils; it's a whole experience.
Yes.
And that's another piece of the puzzle, if you will, when you're talking about earning revenue and all of that. So you get the oil, but you also get the experience of putting them together and combining scents and all of that. So it's an activation, if you will.
Yes. I also look at it as a cost saving factor as well, because I'm not packaging items prematurely, then that's going to sit and not sell. Right?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So it's almost like on demand. It's like you want it, you package it right then, and then you know it's sold.
Yes.
You don't have to just have the items just sitting there.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. And I thought that at the market that was the coolest, kind of activation that I had seen.
Hey, thank you.
At the market. You're welcome. So Yunique is designed for everyone, regardless of age or gender. And so how are you telling people that? What ways do you get your message out to your customers?
So once they are approaching the station, I ask them what, pretty much ask them what they're looking for. And then I'm able to explain the product to them, and then we just go from there. Yeah.
Okay. You smell good. I've been saying I'm like, which one is that? Because she smells good. So talk to me a little bit about the thing that you're most proud of, like with Yunique, and all of the things, all the iterations, because you do all the things. We've established that. Like, what are you most proud of?
I was actually a nominee for Vendor of the year before last.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't win, that's still a win for me, because I made the top 3 of knowing that I was doing something right.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's one of the biggest accomplishments thus far for me. Yes.
All right. Well, with these new changes, who knows? You're going to win, right? That's great. And I think those nominations come in from the public.
Correct.
So that means that people are appreciating the things that you're doing. They're appreciating your products and services. So I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you. Also, to add to that, with the Vendor Academy, the Love Local Market, that was technically our class, even though we had other vendors there. It was also a competition. And I won that competition. It was a tight race, apparently.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad to know that I also was the final.
Well done. Yeah. Congratulations. So, I mean, has to be like validation that the things that you're doing are working, the effort that you're putting in is working. And to me, that helps if you're still trying to decide, should I be doing this full time or not? You know what I mean?
Correct.
It's those kinds of things that help you put more feet into the, the entrepreneurship or full-time business owner kind of pool, if you will.
Yes.
So I'm hopeful that you end up there, right? Because, of course, I work for BDC. I want everybody to be an entrepreneur, but it has to make sense for you.
Correct.
Right? And in our conversation, I'm just thinking, I'm still can't figure out where the hours are coming from for you. I'm like, I can barely, get up and get my daughter out the door and then come in here, so that you're doing all of these things, right? It's just amazing.
Yeah, I can say I work 5 minutes away from home. Every times I'll be at work and I'll be getting requests for orders, and I'll just pop home on my lunch break, put it together real fast so that they can have it that same day, if not be able to receive it the next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See? So I guess for me, my hope, if you're interested, is that as you build out the business, right, as it grows more, as you hire people,
yes,
that you feel confident or comfortable that, yes, I can do this full time. This is something that I can do, because people are telling you they want it.
Yes.
Right? And just imagine if you could dedicate those 9 to 5 hours on your own business. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The difference you could make, the number of orders you can fill. So, okay, I'll get off my soapbox. So in terms of what's next for Yunique, we talked about the name. So that's exciting, because I think it's all encompassing. But what can people expect from you, like, in the coming months? I know you mentioned Harbor Nights. Is there anything else?
So Harbor Nights, August July, August, and September, I'll be there every Wednesday.
Okay.
At the end of the year, it's going to be a big year for me as usual. I'm not sure if people are aware. I do not just gift sets for the Yunique Nails and Body. I do Christmas Eve boxes for children. So, yeah, it's like I said, I have something for everyone.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm like, how are you doing this?
Yeah, so once Harbor Nights is over, I get right into prep for Christmas.
Okay. So if people are interested and they want to find out more about all of the things, how do they reach you?
They can reach me via my WhatsApp and or Instagram page.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the WhatsApp?
It's 707-6245.
Okay. And then your Instagram is?
Yunique Nails.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, what's the ETA on the official change of Yunique?
I guess once all the labels and products that I have with that name on it is complete.
Gone. Okay.
Because I'm not wasting any product.
That's right. She said it's got to get sold.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. But I like the fact that you are thinking about the entirety of your services and products that you offer, which I think is hugely important. You know what I mean? Because all of it is a representation of you.
Correct.
And what you offer. And so instead of trying to like create individual or separations, you can put it all under the one umbrella.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I just am still trying to figure out how you're getting all these things done. But do you have any plans to hire? Do you get support or members of your family or friends?
So my mom is definitely my backbone.
Okay.
She is there with me at the majority of all my markets.
Okay.
If I need her to go pick up something or run an errand, I can call her, and she just does it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I do have my daughters that I need to bring in more. I hope they're watching and listening. They need to just jump in and kick in when they see that I'm busy and or know that a busy time's coming up.
Are they interested in entrepreneurship at all?
Yes.
They are good.
Yeah.
Bring them on in. Be like, this is what it's all about.
I have one who's into aesthetics, one that's into baking and childcare, and then one who loves to cook.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So look, y'all can have the whole unique experience.
Correct.
It's not like you want something to eat. You want to smell good. you need your kids looked after.
Yeah.
No, but I think that's wonderful, right? They're seeing you do it. You're doing that and working a 9 to 5. But I think it speaks to what we're passionate about at BDC is just helping people to understand that they have the ability within themselves to create their own employment, right?
Yes.
I always tell people, or when we talk to young people, I'm like, when you work for someone, you're going to work for what they are willing to pay, right?
Correct.
And sometimes there is a ceiling,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, this is it.
Yes.
This is as far as you can go. But when you work for yourself,
there's no limits.
there's no limits,
Yep.
right? You get to do whatever you put your mind to, and you've done that. Like in terms of the variety of products and services and all the things you're an artist, and you never went to any formal school. So that to me is the entrepreneurship creates the ability to allow you as the individual to fully leverage your skills, your expertise, your passion, your creativity, and all of that. And you get to set, the price of what it is. So
Yes.
I got back on my soapbox again. Sorry, but if you had to say anything to your daughters and to any future entrepreneurs that are maybe like, oh, I don't know, I'm not so sure, what would you say to them?
Do it.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and do it. Follow your first mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Risk aside,
Yes,
just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah. I agree with you because I feel like if you don't do it, you'll always be like, what if?
Yes. Yep.
And that's the worst, right? And
because I actually have those regrets myself because
Really?
I've had the opportunity of having my own nail salon at least on 3 occasions, as well as purchasing another business that my daughter who bakes could have even been involved in with me, and it's just again taking that risk, and I'm like no, and when I look back I'm just like I just didn't do it.
Yeah. So do you have desires to still have your own nail salon?
I do.
You do? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Even if it's not me working there.
Right.
But yes, I do.
And I think that that's okay too. You know what I mean? Because you can't do all the things all the time. At some point, you got to take a nap.
Yes.
Yep. But if you, but nails is still your passion,
Yes.
right? So you could still have a space where that passion is fulfilled,
Yes.
as well as continue to do the other things, right? You're fortunate in that you are you owner operator, right? So you can do the nails too. So if anybody were not to show up, you can fill in and that sort of thing. But there's so many others that just like it. They don't know how to do it, but they provide the space for others to do
Correct.
it. So even though those other opportunities, maybe it wasn't the right time.
Right.
Like, I do still believe that everything happens for a reason.
Correct.
So if that's something else that you aspire to, then it'll happen. You know what I mean? You'll find an opportunity, another opportunity will present itself. And this time you're going to say,
yes.
You'll say
yes.
You'll say yes. And I am confident that it will be the right time, and then and you'll be able to take full advantage of it. So I really thank you for coming and sharing a little bit of yourself with us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And I want to encourage those who are listening to follow up with you, get in touch with you. They can see you at Harbor Nights.
Yes.
And then also take advantage of those Christmas boxes and baskets. I didn't know you did that.
Yes.
And then they can find you on Instagram, right?
Yep.
Under Yunique
Nails.
Nails.
Yep.
Okay.
So outside of Christmas, let me just add a little tidbit. Right after Christmas, we hop right into Easter. Easter is actually one of my biggest times for the children during the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Easter is really big. It's not even about the nails and body. It's strictly about Easter baskets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So that, again, underneath that umbrella. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys heard it here. Yinka don't stop working. She's working all the time, but she's working for everybody. So, again, it's been wonderful speaking with you, learning about your creativity, your aspirations. I'm hopeful that you get all the things that you want. I hope that comes true. Congratulations again on winning at the Love Local Market, and hopefully that experience will further propel you into where you want to be.
Yes,
doing this full time.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for minding your business with us, and remember, if you don't mind your business, who will? You got to do it. Thanks for tuning in to Mind Your Business with me, your host, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in next week, Thursday at 4 p.m. because if you don't mind your business, who will? Mind Your Business is brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business starts here.